Imagine waking up one morning, feeling like your legs have turned to stone overnight. No major injury, no big fall, just this slow, creeping weakness you can't explain. You eat healthy. You exercise. Yet somehow, every staircase feels steeper, every chair feels deeper, and every step feels just a little harder than it used to. What if I told you, the real culprit might not be age, and it might not be your lifestyle either? It could be something sitting right there in your fruit bowl. Today, I'm exposing 7 common fruits you've trusted your whole life, fruits you believed were helping you, but they might actually be draining the strength from your legs, one bite at a time. Stay with me until the end, because knowing this could be the difference between staying strong and independent, or slowly losing your ability to move freely in your golden years. Why your legs are weaker even if you eat healthy. When it comes to staying healthy as we age, most of us focus on doing all the right things, eating clean, exercising regularly, and staying active. So it can feel incredibly frustrating when, despite all your efforts, your legs still feel weaker, heavier, or stiffer than they used to. You might wonder, is this just normal aging? Surprisingly, aging isn't the only enemy. Often, it's the result of silent, daily habits, things we don't even realize are quietly working against us. One of the biggest hidden culprits? Certain fruits. While fruits are natural and packed with nutrients, not all of them are safe for aging bodies. In fact, some fruits can do more harm than good once we hit our 60s and beyond. How? Some fruits, especially those high in natural sugars and acids, can silently spike your blood sugar, promote inflammation in your joints, and weaken your circulation over time. The results can sneak up on you. You might notice your legs feeling tired after a short walk, your ankles swelling by the end of the day, or a constant stiffness in your knees and hips that makes even simple movements feel like a chore. The worst part? These changes happen gradually. By the time the symptoms are obvious, the damage may already be making daily life harder. But the good news is, once you know which fruits to be cautious with, you can make smarter choices that actually protect your strength, mobility, and independence. Number 1, pineapple, the acidic betrayal. Pineapple is often celebrated as a tropical superfood, praised for its refreshing taste and anti-inflammatory properties. For years, many seniors have reached for pineapple, believing it to be a smart choice for managing joint pain, inflammation, and digestion. But here's the hidden truth most people don't realize: while pineapple does have some health benefits, it also carries a surprising risk, especially as we age. Pineapple's naturally high acid and sugar content can create the perfect storm inside an aging body. As we grow older, our blood vessels become more delicate and less resilient. When you consume high-acid, high-sugar foods like pineapple, it can subtly damage these tiny vessels over time. The result? Weaker circulation in the legs, slower blood flow to muscles, and eventually, tired, aching legs that don't recover as quickly. You may notice swelling in the ankles, stiffness in the knees, or a dull ache in your calves after even moderate activity, all signs that your circulation isn't keeping up. Another hidden danger is inflammation. The acids in pineapple can irritate joints, especially if you're already battling conditions like arthritis. This can lead to worsened pain in the hips, knees, and ankles, the very areas that seniors most rely on for mobility. Even more concerning, bromelain, while helpful in small amounts, can interfere with blood-thinning medications. If you're taking any form of anticoagulant, combining it with regular pineapple intake could either amplify or weaken the effect of your medication, increasing your risk of bleeding or clotting problems without any immediate warning signs. But don't worry, it's not about banning pineapple forever. If you truly enjoy it, there's a safer way to include it in your diet. A smart tip is to limit your portion size to just a few small bites, and always pair it with a healthy fat, such as a handful of walnuts or almonds. This helps slow the absorption of natural sugars into your bloodstream, protecting your blood vessels and joints from sudden spikes and strain. In the end, understanding how even healthy fruits like pineapple can behave differently in a senior's body is key to staying strong and mobile. Tiny changes in how you eat can make a massive difference in protecting your legs, your joints, and your long-term independence. Number 2, bananas, the sweet saboteur. Bananas have long been considered one of the healthiest, most convenient snacks out there, especially for seniors looking to maintain strong muscles. With their high potassium content, bananas are often recommended to help prevent cramps, support heart health, and boost energy. But here's the part that's rarely talked about. While potassium is essential, the way bananas interact with an aging body can sometimes cause more harm than good. The hidden problem with bananas lies in their high content of fast-digesting carbohydrates and natural sugars. When you eat a banana, especially on its own, it causes a quick spike in your blood sugar. And for seniors whose bodies may already process insulin less efficiently, these rapid spikes can quietly lead to insulin resistance over time. Insulin resistance doesn't just affect blood sugar, it directly impacts circulation and inflammation, two major factors that influence the health and strength of your legs. You might notice subtle but frustrating symptoms, your legs feeling unusually heavy after meals, a sense of tiredness in your thighs, or even mild swelling around the ankles. Some people experience leg cramps at night or stiffness that makes getting out of bed in the morning a real challenge. These symptoms can creep in slowly, making it easy to blame them on just getting older, when in fact, diet plays a bigger role than many realize. Bananas can also contribute to water retention, especially in seniors with heart conditions. That extra fluid can pool around the joints, creating swollen feet and ankles, making walking uncomfortable and even dangerous by increasing the risk of falls. And because bananas are so sweet and easy to eat, it's tempting to consume them in larger portions, compounding the issue over time. But here's the good news, you don't have to completely give up bananas if you enjoy them. The key is moderation and smarter pairing. A simple yet powerful tip is to eat only half a banana at a time and pair it with a source of healthy protein, like a few spoonfuls of Greek yogurt, some cottage cheese, or a handful of nuts. This slows down the sugar absorption, keeps your blood sugar more stable, and protects your legs and joints from silent damage. Understanding how everyday fruits behave differently in an aging body empowers you to make better choices, choices that keep your legs strong, your steps steady, and your independence intact. Number 3, grapes, the tiny triggers. At first glance, grapes seem like the perfect snack, small, sweet, juicy, and easy to grab by the handful. They're often praised for being heart-healthy thanks to their antioxidants, and many people believe they're a smart choice when reaching for something natural and refreshing. But when it comes to senior health, grapes carry a hidden risk that's important not to overlook. Beneath their innocent appearance, grapes are loaded with fructose, a type of sugar that behaves quite differently inside the aging body. Here's where the trouble begins. When you consume fructose, your liver has to process it directly. In small amounts, the body can manage it. But even just a handful too many can overwhelm the system, leading the liver to convert excess fructose into fat and uric acid. Over time, higher uric acid levels can silently wreak havoc on your joints, even if your diet seems otherwise healthy. You might notice warning signs that start off quietly, a sharp or nagging pain in the big toe, often a classic symptom of uric acid buildup, swelling around the ankles by the evening, or a stubborn stiffness in the calves that makes walking or climbing stairs more difficult. Sometimes, the discomfort even shows up overnight, making it hard to find a comfortable sleeping position because of aching legs. Because grapes are so easy to snack on, light, sweet, and bite-sized, it's very common to eat more than your body can comfortably handle without even realizing it. But the more grapes you consume, the more fructose piles up in your system, and the greater the risk of joint inflammation and discomfort. For seniors, where circulation and joint health are already more vulnerable, this silent damage can add up quickly, making everyday movement more painful over time. The key isn't necessarily to avoid grapes completely, but to treat them with more caution. Enjoy a small handful occasionally, but be mindful not to overindulge, especially if you're already noticing signs of swelling, joint pain, or stiffness. Pairing grapes with a bit of protein or fiber, like a few almonds, can also help slow down sugar absorption and reduce the strain on your body. By understanding the hidden triggers in foods we trust, you can take simple steps to protect your joints, preserve your mobility, and stay strong and steady as you age, all without giving up the joys of eating the foods you love, just in smarter ways. Number 4, watermelon, the hydration hoax. Watermelon is often seen as one of the healthiest and safest fruits, especially during the hot summer months. After all, it's made up of about 92% water, it's low in calories, and it's wonderfully refreshing. Many seniors reach for watermelon thinking they're hydrating their bodies and nourishing their health. But there's a surprising truth hiding beneath that sweet, juicy surface, a truth that could be quietly impacting your leg strength and circulation in ways you never expected. Despite being mostly water, watermelon has a sky-high glycemic index, meaning it causes a massive spike in blood sugar very quickly after you eat it. For younger bodies, this spike might be handled efficiently. But for seniors, where insulin sensitivity naturally declines and circulation becomes more fragile, that sudden sugar rush can have real consequences. When your blood sugar rises rapidly, it triggers inflammation throughout the body, and the first areas to feel it are often your legs. You might notice it as subtle leg fatigue after eating, even if you've only walked a short distance. Or maybe there's an unusual swelling around your ankles that appears by evening. You might also feel a dull, persistent ache in your calves that wasn't there before. These aren't random aging problems, they're often the body's quiet signals that circulation is struggling under the strain of repeated sugar spikes. What's even more surprising is that watermelon, despite feeling light and hydrating, acts like liquid candy inside the senior body. Each sweet bite floods your bloodstream with natural sugars faster than many desserts would. And because it's refreshing and easy to eat, it's incredibly tempting to consume large portions. A few slices quickly turn into a plate full, compounding the problem without you realizing it. This doesn't mean you have to give up watermelon entirely, but it does mean you should be more mindful. Small amounts, like a few small cubes, are generally safer than big, heaping servings. Also, pairing watermelon with a handful of protein-rich nuts can help blunt the blood sugar spike and protect your circulation. By understanding the hidden impact of healthy foods like watermelon, you empower yourself to make better choices that keep your legs energized, your ankles strong, and your movement easy and comfortable for years to come. Little adjustments like these are what build a healthier, more independent future. Number 5, oranges, the acidic backstabber. For decades, oranges have been the poster child for health, packed with immune-boosting vitamin C, low in calories, and naturally sweet. Many seniors start their day with a glass of orange juice or enjoy oranges as a quick, refreshing snack, believing they're making a wise choice for their health. But here's a critical truth that often goes unmentioned: while oranges offer certain benefits, they can quietly work against you, especially when it comes to joint health and leg strength. The real issue lies in citric acid. As we age, the tissues around our joints become more delicate and less tolerant of repeated irritation. The natural citric acid in oranges can attack these sensitive tissues, subtly worsening inflammation. Over time, that daily orange or morning glass of juice can contribute to joint stiffness, achy knees, and an uncomfortable tightness after periods of sitting. If you notice it takes longer to get moving after resting or that your joints feel unusually stiff in the mornings, citrus overload could be playing a role. There's another hidden problem too: oranges don't just bring acid, they also bring natural sugars. This blood sugar and acid double hit is particularly rough on aging bodies. When blood sugar levels rise sharply, it promotes internal inflammation throughout the body, compounding the effects of the acid. This can lead to the worsening of arthritis symptoms, increased swelling in the ankles or hands, and more difficulty walking comfortably. One of the biggest myths seniors are told is that orange juice is a safe, daily health habit. In reality, orange juice concentrates the sugars of several oranges into a single glass, delivering a sugar surge without the fiber that helps slow absorption. For older adults with slower metabolisms, weaker circulation, or joint issues, this can accelerate joint deterioration and energy crashes. That doesn't mean you can never enjoy an orange again. The key is moderation and mindful timing. Eating a small slice of fresh orange alongside a protein-rich meal is a much safer choice than drinking large glasses of juice, especially on an empty stomach. Understanding how even trusted healthy foods behave differently inside the aging body gives you the power to protect your joints, your circulation, and your freedom to move. It's not about giving up what you love, it's about choosing smarter every day, so your legs stay strong and your steps remain steady. Number 6. Green apples, the sour trap. Green apples are often seen as the healthier choice, crisp, tart, and less sugary than their red counterparts. For many seniors trying to make better dietary decisions, grabbing a green apple seems like a smart, guilt-free snack. But here's the part that rarely gets talked about: even these so-called safe fruits can quietly work against you as your body ages. The hidden issue with green apples lies in their high malic acid content. It's what gives them their signature tartness. While a younger, more resilient body can easily handle malic acid, aging tissues, especially in the joints and the lining of the gut, become more sensitive over time. When seniors consume malic acid frequently, it can subtly irritate these already vulnerable tissues, leading to increased joint sensitivity, inflammation, and even digestive discomfort. At the same time, despite their tart flavor, green apples still contain natural sugars, enough to cause a noticeable blood glucose spike in seniors whose metabolism has naturally slowed. That combination of acid and sugar quietly taxes the body in ways that often show up first in the legs and joints. You might notice it as persistent night cramps, those sudden, painful spasms in your calves or feet that jolt you awake. Or you might feel morning stiffness, that frustrating, almost rusty feeling when you first try to move after getting out of bed. Some seniors even report a nagging thigh or hip pain that flares up after eating what seemed like a harmless apple snack. These symptoms are often brushed off as just aging, but diet plays a far bigger role than most people realize. One of the sneakiest parts about green apples is how easy they are to overconsume, especially raw. Many seniors snack on them alone, between meals, or even right before bedtime, unknowingly setting the stage for blood sugar fluctuations and nighttime discomfort. Without the fiber buffering of a full meal or the balance of some healthy fat or protein, that simple apple can quietly cause more harm than help. The solution isn't to fear green apples, it's about smarter choices. If you enjoy them, eat small portions, and pair them with protein, like a slice of cheese or a spoonful of nut butter, to slow sugar absorption and minimize irritation. Recognizing how even healthy habits can shift as we age is key to preserving our strength, mobility, and comfort for the years ahead. Number 7. Mango, the sweet assassin. Mangoes are often described as nature's candy, juicy, soft, and bursting with tropical sweetness. For many seniors, enjoying a few slices of fresh mango feels like an innocent, even healthy indulgence. But beneath that delicious flavor hides a serious secret that most people never realize until their body starts signaling distress. Mangoes, while natural, are one of the ultimate sugar bombs you can put into your system, and for aging bodies, they can quietly wreak havoc on your circulation and joints. The problem lies in the massive natural sugar load packed into every sweet bite. While younger, active bodies can easily burn through that sugar, seniors often experience a natural slowdown in metabolism. This means that the sugar from mangoes lingers longer in the bloodstream, causing sudden and sharp spikes in blood sugar levels. And every spike sets off a cascade of internal inflammation that hits the legs and feet first. The signs often start subtly. You might notice a tingling in your toes, a sensation that feels strange but easy to dismiss at first. Over time, it can escalate to swelling in the ankles, making shoes feel tighter and walking more uncomfortable. In some cases, seniors experience a burning sensation while walking, a sure sign that nerves and blood vessels are being stressed and inflamed. The secret danger of mangoes is how deceptive they feel. Because mango is light, refreshing, and doesn't seem heavy like a full meal, it's easy to believe it's harmless, but inside the body, it behaves very differently. It acts like a form of concentrated candy, flooding your bloodstream with natural sugars that your system struggles to process efficiently as you age. Even a modest serving can spike your insulin levels and trigger inflammation in the soft tissues of the ankles, knees, and hips. And because mango tastes so good and feels so refreshing, it's all too easy to eat much more than your body can handle safely without even realizing it. The good news is that you don't have to say goodbye to mangoes forever. The key is mindful moderation. If you choose to enjoy mango, keep your portions very small, and always pair it with a protein or healthy fat source to slow the sugar rush. A few bites here and there, not an entire bowl, can help satisfy the craving without compromising your circulation or leg health. Understanding how fruits like mango behave differently in a senior's body is a powerful step toward protecting your mobility, independence, and comfort as you age. Early warning signs: your legs are crying for help. By now, you might be wondering, how can you tell if the fruits you're eating are quietly working against you? The signs are often subtle at first, easy to overlook or chalk up to normal aging. But when you know what to watch for, your body will give you clear signals that something isn't right. One of the first warning signs is swollen ankles after meals, especially after eating foods you thought were healthy. If you notice that your socks feel tighter, your shoes start to pinch, or your ankles look puffier than usual by the end of the day, it could be your body's way of reacting to blood sugar spikes and poor circulation triggered by hidden sugars in certain fruits. Another key symptom is sudden leg weakness after healthy snacks. You may feel perfectly fine before eating, but after a bowl of fruit or a smoothie, you notice your legs feel heavier, more tired, or unstable. It's not your imagination. Blood sugar surges can cause tiny shifts in circulation and nerve function that show up first in the legs. Over time, if these surges keep happening, the weakness can become more noticeable and harder to recover from. Persistent thigh or calf tightness is another red flag. If your legs feel stiff, cramped, or sore even without intense exercise, it may be a sign that inflammation is silently building up. When fruits high in sugar or acid trigger inflammatory responses inside the body, the muscles and joints in your legs often bear the brunt. What starts as occasional tightness can eventually turn into ongoing discomfort if not addressed. Finally, pay attention to dull aches that continue even after resting. Normally, rest should ease minor aches and pains. But if your legs still feel sore or fatigued after a good night's sleep or sitting down for a while, it could be a sign that chronic inflammation and poor circulation are at play, and your food choices might be contributing more than you realize. When you understand your body's warning signals, you can respond early, before minor symptoms turn into major problems. Recognizing the connection between certain fruits and these hidden stresses gives you the power to adjust your habits, protect your joints, and keep your legs moving strong and steady for years to come. What you should eat instead: healing fruits. Now that you know which fruits can quietly harm your joints and circulation, let's focus on the good news. There are fruits that actually heal, strengthen, and support your body as you age. Choosing the right ones can make a real difference in how your legs feel day to day, and in maintaining the mobility and strength that keep you independent. Berries, like blueberries and raspberries, should be at the top of your list. These small but mighty fruits are low in natural sugar compared to many others, meaning they don't cause major blood sugar spikes. Even better, they are packed with powerful antioxidants that fight inflammation and help protect your blood vessels. Healthy circulation means your legs, ankles, and muscles get the oxygen and nutrients they need to stay energized and strong. Adding a handful of berries to your breakfast or blending them into a smoothie is a simple way to nourish your body without stressing it. Another excellent choice is cherries, but in moderation. Cherries contain natural compounds that help lower uric acid levels in the blood, which is crucial for preventing joint pain and flare-ups associated with conditions like gout. They're also a natural anti-inflammatory, soothing the burning or aching sensations that can plague knees, toes, and hips. However, because cherries still contain sugar, it's important to enjoy them mindfully. Just a small handful is enough to deliver their healing benefits without tipping into sugar overload. And don't forget about avocados. Yes, they're technically a fruit. Avocados are one of the best foods you can eat for joint and leg health. Unlike sugary fruits, avocados are rich in anti-inflammatory fats that actually cushion your joints, protect delicate blood vessels, and improve circulation. They help reduce the silent inflammation that stiffens legs and swells ankles over time. Plus, avocados provide important minerals like potassium and magnesium, which are essential for muscle function and nerve health. Adding half an avocado to your meal can go a long way towards stabilizing blood sugar, reducing joint stress, and keeping your legs strong and steady. By swapping out the troublemaking fruits for these healing options, you're not just avoiding problems, you're actively supporting your body's natural strength and resilience. Every bite you take can either move you closer to easier movement and better health, or further away. With the right choices, you can keep walking confidently into the future you deserve. Simple action plan for stronger legs. Now that you know the hidden risks and the healing alternatives, let's make it simple and practical. Strengthening your legs and protecting your mobility doesn't require extreme changes, it just takes a few smart, consistent steps. Here's your easy, 4-step action plan to start making a difference today. Step 1. Identify the harmful fruits in your routine. Take a close look at the fruits you typically eat during the week. Are you regularly snacking on bananas, sipping orange juice, piling up watermelon on hot days, or casually munching on grapes? These habits, although well-intentioned, could be silently working against you. Awareness is the first and most powerful step. Write them down or mentally note which fruits might be sneaking into your meals more often than you realized. Step 2. Replace them with circulation-friendly fruits. Now, swap those troublemakers for fruits that actively support your legs, joints, and blood vessels. Incorporate blueberries, raspberries, and blackberries into your breakfasts or snacks. Add a few cherries now and then, especially if you suffer from joint pain. Bring avocados into your meals, slice them onto salads, mash them on toast, or simply enjoy them plain. Making these small changes will help decrease inflammation, stabilize your blood sugar, and protect your legs from future weakness. Step 3. Track changes in swelling, walking ease, and joint pain. After a week or two of making these adjustments, pay attention to how your body responds. Are your ankles less swollen at the end of the day? Does walking around the house or climbing stairs feel a little easier? Is there less stiffness when you first wake up? Even subtle improvements are signs that your body is healing, your circulation is improving, and the silent inflammation is retreating. Step 4. Adjust servings based on how your body responds. No two bodies are exactly the same, and your needs might change over time. If you notice significant improvements, you're on the right track, stick with it. If certain fruits still cause mild discomfort, adjust the portions even further or limit their frequency. Listen carefully to your body's feedback. It's one of the best tools you have for long-term strength and independence. By following this simple, thoughtful plan, you're not just changing your diet, you're actively building stronger, more resilient legs, better circulation, and a future where you move confidently and comfortably every day. Growing older isn't about giving up the foods you love, it's about choosing smarter to protect the life you want to live. Every decision you make at the table is a decision for stronger legs, better balance, and more freedom to move with confidence. You control your strength. It starts with one small choice, one smarter fruit at a time. Little changes add up to powerful results. Protect your legs, protect your independence, and give your body the support it needs to carry you forward. If this video opened your eyes, hit that subscribe button, turn on notifications, and comment below. Stay strong, stay sharp, and remember, your best years are still ahead when you fuel your body the right way.